Hey guys, welcome to Farming Simulator 2019's new fact sheets for this week. We have 4 of them and they are actually really interesting, so let's get started. As we did last week, what we'll do is we'll zoom in over here and have a look at the data first. So we've got the Case Quadtrac, obviously it's a tractor, costs $438,000. It is anywhere from 525 horsepower to 692 horsepower, holds 1,230 litres of fuel, does 24 miles an hour. Setup you can do with it is literally just the engine setup. And now, we have the Wilson trailer Pacesetter. Here it is in all its beauty. Semi-trailer, costs 80,000, holds 60,000 litres. You can change the main colour, and holds pretty much everything as far as grain goes, seed, and I believe fertilizer, which once we have a look at the picture, and we're taking the picture here, we can see it doing. That's not the Seedhawk colours. We'll see that in a minute. Now, I don't really know too much about the Quadtrac. Is this the newer model? When I say newer model, I mean like 2018, 2019, so on and so forth. I think this is slightly different. Maybe it's just the lighting on them, but yeah, you can definitely see the Christmas of the lights. And there's the new truck there that we know we've got. Alright, we will move on to our next one now. We've had a look at this. It's nice yellowy haze though, for sure. It looks good. Really does look good. And here we have the Väderstad Seedhawk. Now, I'm going to do this one slightly different from I normally do it because did Väderstad buy out the company that had this in the game last time? Which I believe was Seedhawk? No idea. No idea if we're getting two variations. Let's have a look at the stats. So, Väderstad Seedhawk XL toolbar 84 feet. It is a seeder, requires 640 horsepower, is 25.6 meters, 84 feet. Working speed of 11 miles an hour, needs the 980 air cart, and it does your typical grains here, and I believe it cultivates as well. You can see it here and here. Okay, the Seedhawk 980 air cart. Seed tank is 185,000, holds 34,500 litres. I'm presuming that's combined because you need fertilizer and seed normally. You can change the wheel setup, you can go standard, and then rear twins, just like you could before. And I want to say these tyres look different, actually. But let's take a look at the picture. It does look smart in Väderstad colours, gotta admit. Now, I believe it was Seedhawk that it was originally branded, is actually a Canadian company, so I'll have to do a bit of digging into that. See the pipes there, but can't quite make out if there's any connected up there. But not much to note on this one. We've got it. And I hate using this term. But presumably, they got bought out. They've put their colours on it. So as much people like using it in the farm sim community, it's a reskin. Moving on. Grimmy! Everybody likes a Grimmy. Vatron? I have no idea how you pronounce it. The 470 Platinum TerraTrack. This is new. I'm pretty sure this is new to the game. As long as I'm not losing my mind. It's a potato harvester. So let's zoom into the specs. Self-propelled potato harvester costs 496,000. I ain't got any cheaper. Is a 435 horsepower engine, holds 600 litres of fuel, it does 15 miles an hour, working speed of 6 miles an hour, can hold 9,590 litres of potatoes. Let's have a look at this beast, because I'm 100% sure it's new. See the crop texture there for the potatoes. But one thing that just hits me when you look at these pictures, and I don't know why my voice is cracking so much, apologies for that. The material that part's made out of, almost like a spacer, I know it's not. You can definitely tell it's different material, like you've got the chrome on the hydraulic ram there. Looks very nice indeed. The auto lube there. Non-stop bunker. really, really nice. And now we move on to our new sprayer. The Hardy Sprayer. Rubicon 9000. Self-propelled sprayer costs 489,000. Hoo-wee. 370 horsepower. Holds 1,000 litres of fuel. Does 31 miles an hour. Working speed of 50 miles an hour. They've upped the speed. Thank you. Holds 9,000 litres of fertilizer. And has a working width of 48.5 meters, 160 foot booms. Ha! That's huge! And it can have fertilizer. And I'm guessing this is the new icon for pesticide. Right here. So, now we've gone over that stuff. Let's have a look at the details. So we can see, I'm presuming, some of the weeds. So you've got, they look like poppies actually. You got sort of poppies here, and then in the foreground, so behind the boom, you can see the withered material. Now, at first when I first saw the withered material, straight away I was like, I wish it kind of did it over time. But I understand why they can't do that. The biggest issue with spraying right now, and I think most people will agree, is you kind of have to look down on the sprayer, especially if you're going over crop to fertilize it, to see where the hell you've been. You really have no visualization of where you've been in the crop. Now, when you're spraying fertilizer down, I believe probably in 19, you're probably still going to get that. Now, I don't know if on the mini-map you can select the different layers, so like fertilization status on the mini-map or plowed, so that would help so much, especially if you could zoom it into that field. It would give you some further sort of visualization of where the hell you've been. To me, that's always been an issue. I don't know about you guys, but for spraying, killing off crop, or in this case, the weeds, you'll be able to visually see what you've got rid of. And I presume they wither and disappear over time. But we'll look at the machine here, and it's a front-mounted boom setup. I get why they do that. Not my taste, personally. For road transport, you're kind of screwed. But just look at the way the light's glinting off the tank there, and the way the different materials, like, you can tell this is probably ABS plastic. That's metal. The different types of lines going in this. Just the detail they're putting into these models now is night and day difference. It really, truly is night and day difference. Now, if Hardy are in the game, hopefully we've got some smaller Hardy sprayers, pull behinds and stuff like that. I look forward to that. And I'm surprised they haven't put in a customizable for the tyres. Because you see it, and granted everyone thinks of sprayers, narrow pizza cut tyres. I've seen them personally, and this was a John Deere that had basically flotation tyres on it. Obviously they worked on boggier ground. That would have been kind of cool to see. Got a minute. Looks like we've got some LED light bars up here, which is pretty neat. Or maybe that's some sound and equipment, probably light bars, presumably. Alright, we'll backtrack through our pictures now. The Grimmie, again, to take note, beautiful castle up on the hills, and going along the, well, hill cliff face. Definitely, again, a nice model. 100% new. The more I look at it, the more I say, yeah, this is definitely new. We haven't had this in the game before. The one we had in game, if memory serves, we had the tracks up front, and twin rear wheels on the rear end. That was right. So yeah, it is new. The Vadestad Seed Hook, I'm not too sure what went on here. I really have no idea. Maybe you guys can help out if you know. But it does look smart in those colours. Definitely going to say that. But this is basically from the Big Blood pack, I would presume at least. But it's going to be in the base game. Awesome. And then we're back to this photo, which I love the haziness of it. It looks so nice. Sort of like there's dust in the air maybe, or it's just the sun rising. Very, very nice indeed. It really is. I'm glad we've got Wilson trailers in there. It'd be interesting to see if we ever get the hookup for the back so we can have the little dolly trailers that go on the back end. The mod was floating around for the longest time. But I think another week, some great fact sheets. I've got to say though, personally, my favourite photo, just speaking of photo, is between the Grimmie and that Hardy sprayer. Why the Hardy sprayer? I think it shows off the Lighting engine the best. You've got the glint coming off the metal tank, you've got the shadows coming from the booms and different pieces. You can really pick out the detail on the plastics, on stuff. Just because it's nice and bright, I think that shows off the best in the pictures and the materials. And then you go back to this and look how hazy it is. It does look sick. It really does. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the fact sheets for this week. Unfortunately, the video is later than probably everyone else. Apologies for that, but it's just the way it works when there's 5-hour time difference from the guys in the UK. So, until next time, hope you guys enjoyed. Catch you guys later.